Hey everyone, it's me, Jock. Hope you're doing okay. It's been a while since you've seen me do this live thing, and I wanted to test another thing out. As you can see, I'm looking kind of scraggly and tired, and everything is, I'm trying to get back to life as it once was. But one of the things I wanted to share with you was my current reading list. For a while now, I've been kind of busy. With life and insurance and trying to get this rib to heal. So instead of dealing with all of that, I've been deciding to also start reading some different books to kind of get my life back in order. All of you know that I love comic books and I always show you my comic books, but instead this time I wanted to show you my nonfiction books, the ones that I'm actually going to read. There's 5 books that I plan on read on the next 3 months. I've owned these books for a very long time, and I've used different pieces off of these books. But I just wanted to share with you 5 different books that I am planning on rereading that I find that are very interesting and useful, and I hope they help you too. All right, let me click this button and switch over to my bookshelf. Yay, there we are. All right, and I'm gonna grab the 5 books that I wanted to share with you. Again, I've had these books for a while, and I've read and picked different parts of these books. One of them is A Whole New Mind by Daniel H. Pink. I actually like this book. It came out when I graduated from college, and I didn't get this book till like 10 years after I graduated college. And I wish I had it because it would have gotten me ready for the creative world and how to be a creative business person and understanding how to not just make fun things and interesting things for other people, but know how to market it for people. It was a really interesting book. I just got it many years after school and wish somebody would have given it to me when I got out of college. But it's a very interesting book. It just explore creativities and how creatives are changing the world. And I think if you're interested in that kind of stuff, pick that book up. The other book that I really enjoy is Poorcraft. It's written by Spike Trotman and illustrated by Nock. It's actually an illustrated book that talks about various ways you can live on a budget. It shows things like how to mend things, cook, ways to save money on trips, save money on buying a car. It's just a very, very good book in terms of giving you a lot of practical tips on surviving with less. And I really enjoyed this book. So that's one book. Another book that I enjoyed is Unclutter Your Life in 1 Week. It actually was useful, but again, with all these books that I mentioned, I kind of grab a book and I just kind of pick what I find interesting, and I just kind of pick it and don't really follow the book all the way through. But they all had really very interesting things to live a clutter-free life. There's a lot of very interesting tips. There is calendars. They give you action steps, what to do on Monday through Friday. It's very useful in time to get rid of your clutter. And if you can see, I started doing some of their tips to organize my clutter, but I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. But other book that I find interesting is Show Your Work. I love this one. Found it last year. It's by Kleon. It is a book that's really, I bought this book and then expected to actually express my whole philosophy in terms of sharing your work and being a type of creator that is open and allow other people to be involved in your process. I really enjoyed this book, even though I would say it's pretty much like reading my mind and how I do things, but it says it a lot better than I do. So get it. It's Show Your Work. There's a lot of exercises. There's neat charts, illustrations, anecdotes, and actually tips that can actually help you be a better artist, a better person, a better public person, in terms of getting people to be interested in the things you do. Again, it's Show Your Work by Kleon, another good book that I enjoy. And the last, and finally not least, is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And I would say I'm not rich right now, but the one thing I liked about this book, even though I followed some of the tactics, like I said, with all of the books I mentioned, I kind of grabbed the book, I found the stuff that I find interesting in it and kind of use it. It had a very good phone tree and how to deal with like calling credit card companies or people and getting them to instantly like lower your rate and do things that will really help you to instantly get some quick help feedback. And I really found it very interesting because it had also a template on how to automate your life in terms of bill paying and things like that, which I found very, very useful. Again, I'm not rich from it, but I got some very good tips, and I'm going to reread all of the books that I mentioned. I got to mention all these books. Like I said, I read them all in different pieces, and this year I'm trying to read them all and actually come up with a plan for my family and myself and try to make things happen and try to be a little bit more proactive with things. So that said, I was bored for a few minutes. I wanted to share what I have. I will try to do these little things more often. As you can see, I have bookshelves upon bookshelves of stuff. So I have a lot of material to cover in the future. So I hope you found it useful. I'll try to do something like this again more often. Thank you for watching this. All right. Bye.